dysfunction. Now let's get into the foods that can assist you with erectile dysfunction, okay? What are some of the main foods? Number one food, everybody knows this. Let's talk about the beets. Let's talk about beets, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about beets. We're going to talk about beets. Beets are one of the highest nitric oxide producing foods in the world. Beets, that's right. Beets, beets. Y'all remember that from Sesame Street? Beets, beets, sugar beets, beets, sugar beets. I'm telling my age, okay. But beets have naturally occurring nitrates in there that allows the body to produce more nitric oxide, okay? Beets, number one food that you want to consume if you are a man, even a woman, and you want to improve nitric oxide flow. Now, what is nitric oxide? I start talking about beets and I start talking about nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule that naturally dilates the blood vessels, okay? Now, a man's erection is a blood flowing to the man's sexual organ and expanding, okay? So it's about expansion. So more blood flowing down there, the more expansion you have, the more of a stronger erection a man will have, right? So beets, well, nitric oxide dilates the blood and allows more blood flow to that area. Well, if you have that happening, you have a better chance of fighting erectile dysfunction because more blood is going there. You're going to get a stronger erection, okay? So beets naturally have a lot of nitrogen in there, or nitric oxide producing molecules, okay? Because they don't actually have nitric oxide. They actually have nitrates in there. And the bacteria in your mouth, the probiotics in your mouth, start to break down those nitrates and metabolize them to nitric oxide, okay? That nitric oxide helps your blood vessels dilate, improves blood flow, improving the effect of erectile dysfunction in men. Arugula, that's right. Enjoy your arugula. Enjoy your greens. Arugula naturally has a huge amount of nitrates in there that helps the body produce nitric oxide. Now, arugula is a very high one. Beets are really high. Radishes are another great one. Another great food that also helps improve and increase nitric oxide in the blood. Now, getting nitrates from vegetables is not the same as getting nitrates from meat. Nitrates from meat are different from getting nitrates from vegetables. Nitrates from meats are cancer-causing elements. Nitrates from vegetables are not. They're different forms, okay? So if I'm just saying nitrates, that does not necessarily mean, oh, I could go and eat some beef and all of a sudden I'm going to be, Superman in the bedroom. No, it doesn't mean the same thing, okay? So the nitrates coming from the vegetables have a different impact on the body versus nitrates that's coming from meats, okay? So radishes, really good for improving nitric oxide in the body. Leeks, they're the cousin of onions. Excellent for improving nitrates in the body, improving nitric oxide. Mustard greens, really good for improving nitric oxide in the body. Broccoli, those sulfur-containing foods, not only do they have sulfur, but they also have nitrates in there that also help you with production of nitric oxide. Cilantro, basil, great seasonings that also do the same exact thing, improve nitric oxide in the body, okay? We got watermelon. That's right, when during the summertime, I always say to brothers, yo, eat your watermelon, chew the seeds too. Watermelon, excellent source of nitric oxide, improves blood flow, flushes the kidneys out, give you lycopene, protect your prostate, all that good stuff. Watermelon, excellent source of nitrates that's going to help improve your nitric oxide. It improves your blood flow. It's also rich in citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that helps you with creating more nitric oxide in the blood, okay? Walnuts, another good nut that's really good. Not only produces nitric oxide, it produces nitric oxide, but giving you an amino acid called L-arginine. It's rich in L-arginine, okay? We're going to talk about that later. L-arginine is an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide. So walnuts are rich in that. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is excellent for improving blood circulation. We talked about that in the last one, right? Then we talked about how dark chocolate helps with pain. We talked about how dark chocolate helps with circulation, how dark chocolate has phenols in there that opens up the blood vessels. One of the reasons why dark chocolate is really good for dealing with people who have blood pressure, because it dilates the blood vessels. It takes the pressure off the arteries. Well, if you're taking the pressure off the arteries by dilating the blood vessels, guess what it's going to do for a brother who's not as strong as he used to be? It's going to do the same exact thing. So while you sitting there and your woman is eating dark chocolate and getting turned on, maybe you should be eating the dark chocolate too, to make sure you have full strength when she's ready. You gotta think of things like that. She's eating chocolate, it's making her feel a little frisky. You eating the chocolate is making you stronger. That's it's a beautiful thing. Combination. We all about combinations here. Okay? Figs. You always hear about people say, man, figs are natural aphrodisiac. Figs. Especially the fresh figs, right? Figs also are a natural aphrodisiac. It makes the body ready. It builds the libido. Is also rich in amino acids that also helps improve blood flow. Figs also rich in zinc and vitamin E. Really makes you strong sexually as a man as well as a woman. Your woman feeds you some figs, it's on and popping. So figs. Cayenne pepper. We already talked. How many times we talked about cayenne pepper, y'all? We talked about cayenne pepper probably in the last 3 or 4 videos. We talked about how effective cayenne pepper is for circulation. Cayenne pepper is not only really effective for circulation, it acts as a catalyst. It makes everything you do with cayenne pepper, with everything you're doing, works better and absorbs better. So let's say if you had beet juice and you add a little sprinkle of cayenne, now you got an explosion. Boom! You on and ready. You ready. Drink a nice cup of beet juice, have a little cayenne pepper, and then have a little blend up some arugula in there. Man, you ready for the night, So cayenne pepper, improve blood circulation. And then, you always heard this, oysters. Oysters are aphrodisiac. You always hear that, suck down some oysters. It's really good for you, right? Well, oysters are rich in zinc. Zinc helps boost a man's testosterone level, and that's going to improve your sexual function, and is going to help you with erectile dysfunction, okay? So, sexual function helps you with erectile dysfunction. I like that. That's kind of catchy. I might have to do that. So, oysters, excellent for improving your overall sexual function and also helping you fight erectile dysfunction. Okay.